We're live. Wah, 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 wah. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, I actually do have that sound on my computer. I'm pretty sure I shared it with you yesterday. Goes a little like that. Goes a little like that. Hello, welcome to what are we at? What are we doing? Where are we? Lou Talks. No. Well, yes, but no. Money Talks with Lou on this most amazing Friday. Happy Friday the 13th. How are you doing? Kind of feel like my microphone is going a little loosey-goosey on me over here, but let me know how you're doing. Welcome to today's broadcast, and we're going to talk about money, baby. I mean, it'd be weird to call it Money Talks and not have any talking about money. Like, would that be weird? Would that be a thing? I absolutely believe so. So whether you're watching on Facebook Business, Facebook Personal, Instagram, or our amazing YouTube, welcome. I see Teresa's over here on the gram. Nice to see you. If you guys have any questions while I'm live, put them in the chat. And put them in the comments, put them in the chat. I'm really happy to support you, answer your questions. Hopefully I'll be able to see them over here if you're on YouTube or Facebook. If you do put a question in the comments, post live, I'll bring those questions back and answer them on the next call, which will be, or the next show, which will be on Monday. All right. How are we doing? How are we at? Where does it look like? I am excited. I didn't really realize it was February. What are we? You know what? I'm like totally, hold on a minute. Let's fix this. Lou is not centered. I'm feeling a little weird. I'm like, I'm not centered over here. Okay, hopefully that'll be good. It's Friday the Friday the 13th. I remember being in school and being in this energy of like, oh, it's Friday the 13th, like the world's gonna end. Now as an adult, we just kind of forget about Friday the 13th. But welcome to today's call. I want to dive in. I want to get started. I want to talk to you about outflow. And when I talk about outflow from a money perspective, this is work that I do with my cash flow mastery clients and my cash flow mastery students, is we really start to dive deep into where is the money going. We just posted a really fun post prior to this, and it's a cool little dog with sunglasses on, and it says something like the money came in, but where'd all the money go? And it's so true. It is so true, because what happens is we have money come in and then it goes out faster than we intend it to. And it gets to a point where we're like, okay, wait a second. Just moving my comments around. Wait a second. Where is it? So number one, I believe that strategy and energy come together, they collide, they combine in order to make money operate at its efficient level. I believe it takes the okay, I'm just looking. Hi, Marina. Yeah, guys, say hi as you come on. That'll be awesome. Teresa, I'll answer your question in just a second. I'm happy to answer that. But I do believe it takes the feminine energy of creativity and flow and energetics, and the masculine energy of strategy and structure in your money for your money to have money babies. And I do believe it's a legit thing, because I spent about 25 years of my life trying to figure out money from an analytical side. This is why I don't know if you guys can see that, I have Delulu tattooed on my left hand. I am left-handed, to remind me to stay delusional, because I get so analytical. But I do believe they come together. So you'll have coaches and mentors and business strategists out there teaching you how to step into the energy and step into the identity so you can sell more. That's great. But what are you doing? What are you doing with the money? Do you know, I've had people come to me making multi 6 figures and even 7 figures and go, Lou, I don't know where my money went. How would it feel for you to work an entire year, hit a massive climax of incredible money, and then all of a sudden get to the end of the year and go, where'd all my money go? That stuff sucks. Like, I don't want that feeling. I don't want you to have that feeling. But just a little timeout. Teresa's asked a question. She says, I just need to know how you're streaming from all platforms. So right now we are streaming on Instagram, YouTube, my Facebook business page, and my Facebook profile page. And we do it through a system or a software called eCam, ECAMM. It's part of the studio that we have set up here. This is also why I have all these really fun, we're adding more actually, so it's gonna be fun, but I have like, I have a bicycle horn. We got some really cool things here. So we got a lot going on. I can maybe show you the back end, but yeah, eCam, you can stream. You do not need a whole studio this way, from what I understand, to utilize eCam and stream from that. But yeah, you could totally do that. I just love it because I feel like the amount of power it just brings into my energy, because I know we're everywhere. So no matter where someone's at, the person who needs this message today gets to hear it. Okay. So when we're talking about outflow, and what I love about cash flow is the cash flow is how money moves in and out of your business. And I like that we have the flow part because it's very energetic. And so Teresa says like contraction and expansion cycles. Absolutely. And what happens is when I'm going to talk to my female business owners, when we have a high cash month, instead of spending all the money, we should be kind of stacking some of that. So when we have a lower cash month, we can then utilize the money that we stacked up here. Okay. I love this. Thank you. And so from that space, what I want you to understand is most people don't know where their money is going. Most people have no clue. And when I work with my cash flow students, this is the thing I teach them first. We need to understand where the money is going in your business. Okay. I just want to say hi, everybody on Instagram. I can see all of you. So happy you're here. If you have any questions regarding cash flow, mastering your money energetics, so go ahead and put it in the comments. Also, you can always leave me a voice note in our Instagram, I don't even know what it's called. See, don't ask Lou to do tech. Okay. I know how to push buttons. That's what I know how to do. I can do numbers and I can do energy, but tech. Up in our Instagram profile, there's a link to our speak pipe, and you can leave a voice note. You don't have to leave your email or your name or anything, but I'd love to hear from you guys. Love to answer these questions. So what I want you to understand is we can have high months and low months in our sales. People are trying to regulate that we have like, I just want steady $70,000 months or $10,000 months, whatever number you want. I'm like, I don't care about steady. I want my cash flow to be steady. So if I for November of 2024, we hit over $100,000 in cash sales. And I knew at that point that I already knew we were going to take 2-3 weeks off in December. So I stacked. And then I didn't need to sell in December. I didn't need to worry or be performance or do whatever needed to be done, because that money that came in November easily took care of December. It's taking care of January. It's kind of now taking care of February. So the whole point of cash flow is to be in the energy of having the understanding of how it flows. Now that's the in, but what I really want to talk about is the out. But before we get there, I'm going to answer Teresa's question. What do you suggest to have the business and personal to invest be in property and personal development? What do you suggest to have in the business and personal to invest be property and personal development? So when it comes to investing personally or professionally, I'm someone who will do most of my investing through my professional business because the taxes are better. And so even if we're investing in rental properties or Airbnbs or whatever it might be, even our own personal home, whatever it might be, I want to put it through the company. Hi, Rocky. I want to put it through the company because if the company owns it, number one, I don't, so that's fine. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this whole Dave Ramsey element where Dave is like, I don't own anything. I'm broke. I have no money. Yeah, because his company, because he was smart on how he actually built everything. So when you're looking at utilizing cash flow for investing, number one, go speak to the master gurus in regards to taxation and the laws, and find someone who's doing what you want to do. Okay. Rocky's like, I love Dave Ramsey. I like Dave Ramsey as a person. I don't agree with his policy, but that's okay. Okay. There's some great things that come out of Mr. Dave Ramsey. There's other things I'm like, dude, people aren't going to live till they're 75 if they follow your way. It's true. But anyways, go back to this. So when it comes to investing, definitely look at what can you do through the business for tax saving advice and tax saving strategies, and also like trusts and holdco, so that there's no capital gains when you sell the properties. From a business perspective, I only really, for me, and I can only talk about my own investments, I really only invest in tax saving strategies. I put everything else through the corporation. So I love that. But what I love to bring back to that is it's great to talk about investing through your business or your personal finances, but 83% of entrepreneurs in North America don't have any cash. They get to a place where they get to the end of the month and they're like, woo, more month than money. What? And that energy we cannot hold. That energy does not serve us. So from that space, I love to really focus on, hey, you want to invest in a piece of property? You want to put something into crypto? You want to create a landlord-tenant kind of company, or you want to put into your retirement, whatever it might be. Okay, where are you getting the cash, and what does that look like? Because especially if you're like, well, I want to invest personally, well, then you got to take the money out of the business and pay tax on that. That's why I keep a lot of my investments in my companies. Okay. My mission is to help female entrepreneurs stack the cash so that one day they can create the investments they want to create. Because it's cool. If you knew the research I have done online in regards to cash flow, in regards to watching what people are talking about regarding cash flow, it's all in assets that generate revenue, and that's what they call cash flow. Cash flow, technically, is how money flows into your company and how it flows out of your company. And if you have more flowing out than you have flowing in, you have a problem. That is called a bleed in your business, because cash is the blood of your business. And if you have a bleed that you cannot stop, your business will collapse. I don't care if you're making 10,000 a month or 10 million a month, 10,000 a year, 10 million a year, your business will collapse. Hi, Sylvia. Nice to meet you. And so what I really love to focus on is, where's the money going? And a lot of my cash flow mastery students, they come to me and they're like, hi, Kim. They come to me and they're like, okay, there's this energy of like, oh, well, I did, Lou. I listed all my automatic payments, and I'm just pretending numbers. I have $2,000 in automatic payments for the month. Okay, so that's all the expenses you have in your business. Yep. Okay, how much are your sales? $5,000 a month. Okay, so where's the extra $3,000? I don't know. Number one, they haven't listed all their payments properly. They missed paying themselves. Hi, Louisa. Hi, Reflections, Massage, Medway. Woohoo! They have missed paying themselves. They have, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. They have missed paying themselves. They didn't put themselves on the list. They went through their bank account and they tracked like, oh, okay, there's a tax payment, and there's like my subscription payment, and here's me paying my team here. And I'm like, well, where's you? Oh, I guess I need to add that. Yes, you do. Okay. What about a loan? Do you have any loans? Yeah. What about credit card payments? Yeah. See, in your mind, you think your business costs you X when it's actually costing you Y, but we're not tracking the outflow properly. And so one of my missions, thank you, Lolis on YouTube. I'll come over to you in a second. From one of my missions is to help people understand the outflow of their cash in their business so they can stack, so they can buy stocks or a property or crypto, whatever happens, whatever they want to invest in. I don't have any personal emotional attached to any of it. They can do whatever it is they need to do and how they want to do it. But like, it's one thing to talk about creating these big investments or creating these big stock portfolios, but like, do you actually have the money? And if we look at it, there are people out there Are we saying we're not paying ourselves well enough? I think people forget to pay themselves. And I think people forget that their payment to themselves is an expense in their cash flow. But I will tell you that I can, from across the board, because I am a certified profit first professional, my whole job is to get profit, cash profit in your bank accounts, in your business, not just profit on the bottom line, but physical profit that you literally could touch, go in the bank and touch it. Okay. But a lot of owners don't pay themselves enough. Okay. I pay myself about 49% of every sale that comes in, it's 49% comes back to myself and my team. That being said, my team is a lot of our family members. So like about 49% comes back, 51 goes out into the company. And that also includes taxes and everything. We used to take 61%. Because we could. But now that the business is growing, we need to invest more back in the business. So we've pulled our percentages back. And we'll talk about that. Maybe I'll make that a thing for next week. Okay. Come back next week and I'll talk about the owner's percentages. I think that'd be a great conversation. Okay. So in regards to what is your opinion on on stocks from a personal perspective? Again, that's a question over on YouTube. I only invest personally to save on my taxes. I just want to play the tax game. Don't ask me about taxes. I am not a tax strategist. I just know how to do my own tax strategy, but go and find an incredible accountant for that. Okay. So from this space, if we actually are even forgetting to put our payroll or our payment to ourselves or dividend on the list of what's coming out of our bank account, what else are we forgetting? Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple steps so you guys can get into this 100%. Number one, I want you for your business, I want you to list just in a spreadsheet. Okay. We do this work inside the cash flow club. The cash flow club. It's a lot of words. We do this inside the cash flow club. I teach them how to date their money in their business every single week. I've taught them the outflow. We've taught them the inflow, and now they're working on bring it all together on a really cool calendar, because I really think you should date your money 20 minutes every single week and then don't touch it anymore. Don't look at it. Don't touch it. Live your life, build your business. Let's go. So, but what I want you to do, forgetting health and wellness. No, I don't want you to forget your health and wellness. That's important. But what I will say is what I would do is I would go through your business and I would write on a piece of paper. You could use a piece of paper or you can use your spreadsheet, but I want you to write down all the automatic payments. And what I mean by automatic, another word we could probably use here is instead of automatic, but monthly payments. So team subscriptions, if you pay for your vehicle or your insurance, your personal payroll. I'm trying to think of what people have on their list. A lot of team coaching. Go through and like write a whole list of everything that is coming out of your business on a regular basis. Just start there. I want you to actually look at it on a piece of paper. And then like when I work with my clients, I'm like, okay, so everything's written down here. They're automatics. No tappy, swipey. Those are words we use in my world because money is fun. Okay. I'm not talking about the tappy, swipey. I'm not talking about the gas or buying stuff at the office store. I'm like, just everything 100% is going to come out or is going to be paid. The cool thing is when I work with my clients, we get this number. I divide it by what should be in their operating expense bank account. And I'm like, there's your sales number. And they're like, that's amazing. Business coaches count. Business coaches are a business expense. Absolutely, yes. All the work I do with my clients, whether it's through the Cash Club, personal finance, or business development, is all 100% a business expense. So if you are new to business or you have an accountant who says that's not true, get a new accountant. But business coaching is 100% a business expense. That's why it's such a massive, it's a massive organization. It's a massive platform, and it's going to trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars year over year after year. Okay. Lola says, yes, owners, Lola's in my world. Owners percentage is such a great topic. Yeah. Because some people take too much. Some people take not enough. And so when we go back to tracking our outflow, I want you to list everything. And I want you to look at what it actually costs you in expenses to operate your business. I did this we did this for December. Okay. I did this in December. And I was like, ooh, I'm not happy with that number. It's getting a little high. And I do review it, but at the end of every quarter, I go deep. I went through it and I'm like, okay, I'm done with that. That payment's taken care of because I took that off. It's not happening anymore, or I've paid that in full. This is done. This is done. This is done. And I took it off. I actually will run the number for you because I don't have it right. I know the number, but I'll give you a percentage because I'd rather talk to you in percentages because I think that's smarter. Let me just go. Give me 1 second here. 9. Lou's doing math. Have fun with that, Lou. No, I'm just kidding. That's what I do. I cut my automatic payments, like payments I knew were coming out. I cut them by 39% in December, just by paying off things. I love to leverage debt. That's another conversation we can have another time. Hi, Serena. Oh my God, I miss you. Love you. Hope Australia's still good. Okay. But we can do that another time as leveraging debt. But like, I like to, when I pay for coaching, I like to put them on payment plans on my credit card and utilize the opportunity for very, very low interest because I don't want to affect my cash flow. Right. And so in December, I had a bunch of payments that were complete. So that got rid of some of my expenses. I went through and cut 39%. Simply because of how I set up my cash flow so that at the end of the year, certain things we paid off. So go through your entire output of what is mandatory in your business. Then the second thing I want you to do is I want you to make another list, and you can track it on your phone. You can track it on a piece of paper. I want you to track all your tappy, swipey, swipies. When I start with a fresh cash flow mastery client, about 2 months in, because there's lots of work we do, once we get to this point, I do this with them for the first week. And I'll be like, okay, this is how much money came in. This is all your automatic payments. They're like, yeah, but where's the rest of my money? I'm like, and here's your list. They're like, no freaking way. I actually tapped my card that many times. I'm like, absolutely yes. And this is the element. We want to track, not to piss ourselves off, not to feel like crap. We want to track so we can have awareness. The moment we have awareness, okay? Yeah, Kajabi. I got rid of Kajabi. It cost me $700 a month. Goodbye. It's gone, right? Goodbye. It's gone. Moved everything over to Membership.io. Love Membership.io. And I'm so happy. So like Lolis is just like Kajabi. I'm like, yep, bye. But what I want to say is when we can watch our outflow of money, we now can become aware of the habits we don't even realize we're having. I didn't realize how much, even from a personal perspective, I didn't even realize how much our family was using Amazon until I started Dry February. And I was like, guys, no Amazon unless it's like a necessity. And like, my dogs don't bark every day anymore. My Amazon account is like, here's your purchase for the month, a computer cord. And I'm like, wow, how much money are we saving by not doing Amazon? So I want you to think about this because the outflow simply teaches you awareness. Awareness. Okay. Teresa says professional licensing costs, certifications absolutely are an expense. You guys want to know what expenses are? You can write in there, hey Lou, and I'll tell you for North America. I can follow North America very closely, a different country. I'll give you my thoughts, but go find an accountant. Okay. Teresa says, oh, it sounds like the somatic nervous system tracking we do. Yeah. We need to track things. If we don't track them, we can't be aware. If we're not in awareness, then we're kind of, I was going to swear. I can't swear on lives. It's kind of like, how do I do this without swearing? Paddling up a creek, right? Like if we can't bring awareness to what we're doing, how are we supposed to navigate the energy around that? I don't know about you, but I am so tired of watching female entrepreneurs. I'm speaking to females. No matter if you're a male, female, you're welcome in my world. I do a lot of work with females, but I am so tired of watching them bust their butts and work and work and like put all the work into their social media, their sales, their clients, their products, their companies, their bricks and mortar. Like, doesn't matter what the business is. I work with businesses all across the industries. Okay. Even from like coaching to campgrounds to carpet stores. Like, that should be my, literally, I have coaching clients, I have a campground client, and I have a carpet store client. So maybe that's what I need to like put in my bio. What do you want to work on cash flow? I can do any business, period. Any business. Those are just 3 that we have. But I want you to know, like, there is this element where I forgot where I was going with that. I got so excited about the C's. I love when words all have the same letters. Like, for me, I always say I help people make, master, and multiply their money. I love the M's, right? Or we take your cash flow from chaos to calm. So, anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. When we can track, we can bring awareness. When we have the awareness, I remember what I was going to say now. When we have the awareness, we can then make decisions and make choices. I am very tired of watching women in business bust their asses to build their business to get to the end of the month where they don't have leftover money. Yeah, I exhaled because you said, Lou had to get out of I have 2 Lou's. I have Delulu and Analytical Lou. So we gotta, I go back and forth. I don't know if you can see the shifts, but it's real. It's the Delulu is the energetics. Analytical Lou is very strategic. But I really want to see women stack cash. I want to see female entrepreneurs and female founders starting to stack cash within their companies so that they have options, so they can change the world, so they can give and put money into the hands of organizations that make this world better. But unfortunately, because we don't track the outflow of our cash, we're more about instant gratification. And why are we about meaning tappy, tappy, swipey, swipey? I want that thing right now. Why are we like that? Society has taught us that. I want to stack the cash. I want to stack the cash. So if you're like, this is fun, Lou, this is just like, we need a little bit of what we do over here. I'm really excited we got to talk about this today. I love that you guys came on and asked a bunch of questions. Thank you so much for doing that. I truly, truly hope you take this outflow work and just run this really quick list. It's, again, a little bit of the work that we do on a larger scale inside the Cash Flow Club. If you want to check out the Cash Flow Club, just DM me club. It's a comment, but on Instagram, it just poofs away. But if you're on any of the other feeds, I will come and find you, right? So we can build better schools for better pain management and movement medicine. Yes. Oh, I'm going to write this down too. We're going to talk about debt. We're going to talk about the North Star. Okay, so here's the game plan. I just want to share this with you super quickly. Here is the game plan for coming up. Next week, we're going to be live Monday through Friday. This is the goal. I'm doing this live about up to 30 minutes every single day. I haven't booked Monday because it is a holiday here, but I think we're going to run with it as well. So, oh, wait a minute. Yes, I did. I looked at the wrong thing. So next week, we're kind of all over the place. 1:30, 2:30, 1:30, 1:45, 2:30. It's not the exact same time and place right now just because of my schedule, but we're getting there. I think come March, we're like 1:30 every single day. So thank you so much, Teresa. I wrote down the leverage. Absolutely. Woo! I love leveraging money. But I'm going to be back here every day next week. I would love for you to join me, whether it's on Instagram, it's on YouTube, or one of the Facebook channels. I'm here for it. I'm here for you. Any questions you might have around cash flow or movement of money coming in, you want to talk about making your money, mastering money, multiplying money, I'm all about the money work. Feel free to DM me. I am in my DMs. I love to have a quick conversation with you, but I would highly recommend you check out the Cash Flow Club. It's a monthly membership, no commitment needed, and I'd love to see you there. We go 4 trainings a month. We do 4 calls, 1 a week, and I'd love to have you there. All right. Next week, we'll do owners percentage. We will do debt and leverage, and we'll definitely talk about the North Star and see where else we go. Thank you for joining. I'll see you later.